What's up everyone, back for another Star Roll video, and yep, it's time yet again for the best teams to use for MOC 12. Now this MOC is a bit funny. It actually took me a bit longer than I thought to really test out some teams. Not like too long, right? So this is going up a bit late. Pollux is a very funny enemy. If you don't have certain characters, it's going to be rather annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Plus, he completely invalidates shields. You're not going to get anywhere using Adventuring. So, unfortunately, Adventuring, for once, is not going to be on the meta tier. But anyway, let's just jump over to the tier list and we'll get it all sorted out. So, let's go over the buff really quickly, actually. That's probably rather important. So, all skills +3 and Memory Sprite skills +2 for every character. Pretty cool, right? I think no, we've had this before. I think we've had this one other time before where we gotten a like skill upgrade. I could be wrong on that. It could be different, like different mode, something like that, right? But very cool, right? After a character uses their skill or Memo Sprite skill, one random attack target gains one random weakness they did not already possess. At the beginning of each cycle, Memory Turbulence deals one instance of true damage to all enemies. If a target has 3 or more weaknesses, deals one additional instance of true damage for each additional weakness. This is pretty much just like a Noxus playground, right? You're gonna get this regardless, and actually does pretty decent damage, right? So yeah, it's pretty much just you do more damage on your skill and your Memory Sprite skill, and then you get extra damage at the end of each wave, right? So teams, right? First things first, we got to put everyone in the meta tier, right? So this is going to be characters like Tribby, Fugue, Sunday, Linksha, like all of them, pretty much all the characters that you would use for supports. So we're gonna put Adventuring in this one because he's just really not good at Pollux. You really just need a way to drain your HP, and Adventuring is gonna say at 1 I used him, and good lord, we were sitting on wave like 4 and I just was getting nowhere, and I was like, yeah, this just is not gonna work whatsoever, right? So yeah, Rume was up here, March is still up here, Gallagher, um, who am I forgetting? We'll put Hycian up here, right? Just because Hycian looks to be really good. I'm not going to do anything with Cypher yet because I'm not too sure where I would place her personally. So she's going to have to sit down there for a little bit. Is there anyone else I am forgetting? I think that's valid for the meta for right now. All right, so anyway, Pollux, right? Best characters for this are Castors and Mide. Mide can work on both. I did do my actual clear of this guy with Mide. It was fine. A little annoying because you can't attack the side guys, right? I did lose skill points, which made me, I believe, what, 4 cycle instead of 3 cycle? Because I had a whole cycle where I couldn't reapply Veronmave's buff, and I couldn't action advance with Sunday because I had no skill points. I was like, okay, bro, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, though, Mide works on both because HP drain with Castors and Mide is the way to go. You can also do it with Blade. I'm tempted to put him in can work because obviously if you bring in like an E0 S0 Blade, it's gonna be a bit rough, right? So I'm just gonna put him in can work because obviously depending on how many dupes you have in him or how invested you have his teammates, it's gonna depend a lot, right? Castors though, absolutely free for this boss. It is really just made for her, right? Another character in both I'm gonna put is Anaxa, right? Just because this is Anaxa's MOC. Of course they're gonna glaze the unit, he's gonna do good, right? Then another character is Herta. Use Herta in both modes. She did absolutely fine. Granted, this is with a healer. I used Gallagher for both sides of this, right? Now, in terms of the second half, right? I know the first half is going to be pretty bare bones. You can also use Fei Zhao, right? I'm going to put her in can work, right? She is fine, but you're going to have to pair her with Linksha instead of Adventuring, because like I said, Adventuring just does not work. But anyway, let's jump over to the second one now, right? If I forget anyone, I'll go at the end of the video, right? So for this one, Aglia is going to put in can work, because she can work for this, but it is more so towards break / AoE content. So like Rappa is going to be really good for this. Firefly is going to be really good for this. Acheron's gonna be really good for this, right? I mean, what can I say about Acheron? There's just like what 4 or 5 enemies for this boss, right? JQ is just gonna Ash and roast them. You go from there, right? Ult, go crazy. Firefly and Rappa, this is a break boss, so obviously they're still going to be rather good, just because this is back when they shelled their content like every 2 seconds. Bro, it was crazy. If you were a break unit back then, like Boot Hill was like one-shot bosses. Firefly would hit one attack and break like the whole everyone she was hitting it one-shot them. Rappa would hit the combo with her ult, it's like bop bop bop, and it would just blow everyone back in pure fiction. It was crazy. They loved it. So this boss is definitely still going to be good for these characters here. It's weird having a Venture in here because I normally have him up here in meta, but he just can't hang, bro. He just can't hang, right? I don't think I'm missing anyone. You could probably run Jingyun here as well, I'm not gonna lie, just because it is AoE related stuff, right, for this boss. Just make sure if you're not running AoE and you're running somebody like I'm just gonna use Zayla as an example, right? Someone who's like specifically single target with this boss. You want to make sure you want to attack the sides as well, because one of the enemies action advances their teammates. One enemy drains your almost said HP. Duh, they drain your HP. Drains your ult gauge, and then one drains your skill points, which can get really annoying if you don't have a full AoE character who's constantly changing that to give you buffs, right? Like I said, when I used Mide in there, it was something, bro. I just totally forgot about the side guy, and the next thing I know, I'm like, wait, I have no skill points. What happened? And I was like, oh, yeah, Mide's not going to be able to attack it because he always will target the guy in the middle, right? Obviously, if you're running like Herda, Rappa, Acheron, Jingyun, it's not going to matter, right? You're just going to hit him. But if someone like Firefly, attack the guy on the like middle right or middle left, just so you hit everybody, right? But other than that, that's pretty much it for this. I've seen people also use Jade for this, right? So I guess I'll put her in can work as well. Mostly just with like the Herda, right? Going from there because it does HP drain, which I guess can be very helpful, right? Other characters, right? It's weird because like, do I put Serval up here because of Herda, right? I feel like I'll just keep Jade for now, right? Obviously, if you're going to use Herda, make sure you're using her with an Erudition character, whether it be Argenti, Jade, Anaxa, Serval, Mini Herda, right? Obviously, Jade and Anaxa will probably be the better of the two to use out of all those characters, but make sure you're, not being stupid and be like, I ran this team right here and I couldn't beat it. What happened? Well, obviously you're not gonna be clear with that. But that is it for the video here. This one is a bit rough thanks to the first boss, but hopefully you guys get through. Let me know what teams you guys use in the comments below. And when Cypher comes out, I guess we won't come back to this video. We'll see how good actually. Cypher's not even gonna be out at this time, huh? Yeah, I guess you wait. It's what, 2 weeks? I'm not gonna do the math in my head. I don't think she's out. We'll get a new MOC. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna see how Hyacinth good is, but she's gonna be good. Anyway, regardless, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.